Thursday, huh?
Which means tomorrow.
Yeah, Friday. Friday Eve today, I guess. Man alive, how are you?
I am making it. Thanks to you.
Making your way in the world today?
Making my way downtown, walking fast.
Okay, you went that way. I went like the Cheers route. There may be a difference in age there, but that is very true.
Yes.
Welcome to WAFB Plus. Welcome to 9 News Now. Hey, did you hear? We're sponsored.
We are sponsored.
Somebody would absolutely sponsor Liz, not me. But all of this nonsense is sponsored.
Hey, it's a teamwork effort. You know who's sponsoring it? Team Automotive Group.
Hey.
Yes.
Do we have graphics?
Well, we do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where are they?
We're going to show them in just a hot minute.
Really?
We have to show this off first.
Oh my gosh.
I know, we're jumping all over the place, but we're very excited. Thank you for believing in what this is, which is 9 News.
What is it? All right, so we're not even sure what this is.
Yes.
We're thinking we're going to stick with the name, though, because it's on a bunch of monitors.
It's got to be legit if it's
legit
got
now.
3 of them.
Well, yeah. And actually, it's even more than that. We'll spin the camera.
Somewhere.
South Louisiana, looking good right now, right? A little bit of rain. We'll talk about that in a quick minute.
Yes.
But we talked about this morning as well.
Yeah.
A little bit of something in our part of the world.
Yeah.
Not quite yet, but maybe headed that way.
So, Tropical Storm Elsa formed as of 4 a.m. this morning.
Yeah.
National Hurricane Center officially coming out with that advisory at 4. So we're tracking it to see exactly where it's going. Right now, those plots are showing that it's going to hit the west side of Florida. Again, that's just a projected model right now. Again, that can change. And if it is expected to do anything in our part of the world, it's still too early to tell, right? Because if it would be like Monday, Tuesday.
Right,
so a lot to keep our eyes on, but rest assured, our WAFB First Alert Weather Team is making sure that you are prepared ahead of anything it may do.
This is where you can find it. Watch, wait for it. Ding. Right here, the homepage. It's literally the top story.
Yeah.
And actually in here you can find that track and look. This thing, as Liz just mentioned, a number of days out. Don't pay too much attention to the track. Everybody knows the words. Cone of uncertainty. I'm a fan of window of opportunity. Just trying to change it up. But here's the thing. We understand. We've seen this time and time again. Things wobble. They shift. They move around. So that potential track looks like it right now is headed towards the peninsula, maybe, of Florida. But that's still close enough.
You've got a bunch of spaghetti models that are going all over Florida Panhandle. So just keep an eye out in the days to come. We're going to make sure you're walking through it calmly, knowing exactly what's going to happen as it happens.
As far as today, weather-wise, it looks like it's going to be another one of those days of potential, showers in the afternoon, that kind of a thing. As we get towards the weekend is looking like that 70%, 70%.
I will say, enjoy today while you can. While we are expecting some showers, it's probably going to be most likely the driest day leading into the holiday weekend. So, we are expecting some spotty showers. What he said around 3 o'clock today. But tomorrow's evening commute is really going to be the one where it's dicey. It's going to be pop-up storms all across the Baton Rouge area. It's going to be a line of showers. So just enjoy today while you can.
Absolutely. And today's the day to go ahead and get a hold of Johnny and get him over to mow your lawn.
Call him. Email him.
It's a big lawnmower. All the blades.
He lugs it around on that truck of his.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All that going on.
You know what else happened overnight?
A bunch of stuff happened overnight.
Hail State. That's probably the only time we're actually going to say this and be optimistic about it.
And be okay about it?
Yeah, because it's SEC.
Well, exactly.
Right?
And look, there's a lot of SEC that we hate, of course. But look, we got friends, viewers, family who live in Mississippi. We got folks who watch us every single morning in Mississippi. And to have this happen for Mississippi State, never won the College World Series title. First time last night.
That's exciting in itself. The first time in its school's history, the Bulldogs get to say that they are national champions in the College World Series. That's awesome.
It is. And they took down one of the teams that was like, top 1, 2, 3 all season long. Beat Vanderbilt, the reigning champs. Of course, there wasn't a World Series last year because of the pandemic. So the 2019. But took down one of their ace pitchers last night, Kumar Rocker. But the Bulldog pitchers they gave up 1 hit. So, what are you kidding?
Yeah.
In the final of the College World Series, 9-0.
Oh.
Mississippi State wins this thing 9-0. So here's what's interesting about that: they become the first SEC West team to win a college title, other than LSU, right? Other than LSU, there's 4 teams on the other side that have done it. Vanderbilt, Florida, South Carolina's won back-to-back, in fact, and way before even LSU won their first title, Georgia won a title. That's all on the East.
Really?
That's all on the East. Now, Alabama and Arkansas have played for titles, national titles. They've been in the national title game even before LSU won their first title. So that's on the West side, right? But there's never been another champion on the West. And now there is. So What does that do for LSU? What does that mean for LSU? Does that inspire?
Under pressure.
Well, maybe, right? Does
Yeah.
that get them motivated a little? I don't think if you got LSU on your hat or on your chest and you're playing baseball, I don't
Yeah.
think you need much external motivation.
Well-
but maybe some fans would say these last number of years, external motivation might help.
Yeah.
This is in your neighborhood. This is a divisional rival. Just won a national title.
Especially coming into a new season where we're outgoing coach, incoming new
All
coach.
that.
So we'll see what comes out of that.
Okay.
Next season.
So all that.
Yes.
That was huge for us in our little part of the world.
Yeah.
For the entire country, how about this move from the NCAA saying,
Yeah.
all right, I guess this is time to do it. Name, image, and likeness. Go ahead and make your money.
NIL. We actually
go.
have it pulled up on
Yep.
Twitter. So you may have noticed if you were on Twitter yesterday, all of the LSU athletic pages changing and posting this to NIL LSU. NIL, of course, being name, image, likeness, flows right into LSU.
LSU.
So they're all on board for this. And this has been a long time coming. We've been having
really
this
has been.
conversation for a while now. But individual college athletes across the country can profit off
Yeah.
of their own name, image, and likeness. They can sign autographs and make money off them. They can be in sponsorships. They can be in commercials. Really big deal when you talk
Huge.
about college athletes making
Huge.
money.
And this is right now is the way that the NCAA can do this and take the pressure off the schools,
Mm-hmm.
individual schools, from coming up with some kind of a formula to say, all right, you guys are now going to have to pay the starting quarterback
Right.
this amount of money, and then the third string, I don't know, golfer who's a freshman, this amount of money.
Right.
It all comes down to the marketability of the individual. It's all placed on them, has nothing to do with the school, itself. It has to do with the school that maybe the kids are going to,
Yeah.
these student athletes are going to, but it comes down to the individual. It's left up to them. It's left up to their marketability.
Yeah.
This is an absolute game changer. We've been going down this path for a little while. We kind of finally jumped that hurdle. And for a lot of states, it was going to happen regardless. You had a lot of states signing up saying, we're going to make it legal for these athletes to
Right.
make money. Louisiana was going to be one of them, is one of them.
I mean, how attractive does it say to say, come on down to a Louisiana state school
Yeah.
or university when we have this? And so Governor John Bel Edwards is expected to sign that bill into law later today. We'll keep you posted on that.
Huge.
But huge world of news,
Yeah.
or huge headline in the world of news when you talk about just college athletes across the country.
Because this really has been a couple decades worth of
Yeah.
conversation. Like, what are we going to do? Do we need to give them some more? And the whole argument and the conversation about the scholarship is enough.
Right.
Well, when it's degrees of magnitude more that universities, some of them are making off of some of these athletes,
Yeah.
that college scholarship
Fairness and all of that comes to play in.
So we'll see the next step.
I'm
New
curious.
chapter.
New chapter.
Yeah.
I like
I
that.
kind of like that too.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the main page here, WAFB.com and the 9 News app. Something else we were talking about. They have access to potentially make some money out there in that little part of the world. If you live in Ascension Parish, you are very soon going to have access to, speaking of money,
Yeah.
what your government is spending it on.
Yeah, and that's a big deal, especially when it comes to oversight of government spending. You pay taxes, right? Well, you want to know what your taxes are going to. So if you want to track those dollars, in Ascension Parish, they actually have a new website. Oh, hey.
Hey, guys.
It's like, whoa,
Too
there's
much.
a portal.
Right
You
there.
can click right there to track those dollars. Now, we're told that it's in real time, but it may take a week to update those
Yeah.
numbers. I believe Sundays
Sunday,
is when they're going to
yeah, that's
update
what
that
they're
data.
doing.
But their goal is to be transparent in finances and how they spend it in the parish. Big deal when you talk about new funding projects for
Yeah.
drainage and
Yes.
flooding mitigation issues. Yeah, you want to know exactly what you're paying for and what it's doing, right?
This should be how it's done everywhere, right? I know a number of places do it already, a lot of
Yeah.
times, but if you don't, there's blueprints out there. Taxpayers have the absolute right to know where their money is being
course.
spent without having to go through phone call after phone call after wasted phone call from like back in the day, trying to find your congressman to be like, hey, the $2, where'd that go? The ability we have now to jump
Yeah.
online and track that and follow that,
I mean-
it's a great opportunity. Even if it's not, like in that exact moment,
Right.
updated every week, and folks can watch and follow along.
That's still pretty impressive,
It is, it
especially
really
if you
is.
live
It's
in
a
the
lot.
parish and you're curious and you geek out over numbers. This is really cool. Just to see the breakdown. Hell, it might be another one.
You're
it might be
good.
a great lesson
Hell.
for kids to walk through and say, look, we pay a certain amount of taxes
Yes.
as a family
Yes.
to live in this home. This is how it's broken down and what it goes towards. It's a good lesson.
You know what? For all the kids out there who say you don't need calculus, you're probably right, unless you're going into that uber deep math
Correct.
field. But this is something that
Life
could
skills.
be taught and should be taught
Yes.
in every school.
Yes.
Finances, how to deal, how to work through it, how to budget out, and the Ascension Parish is making that available for folks to see right now, how they're
Pretty
spending
cool.
their own money. It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of money, how about $2 billion for a bridge in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, can
There
you
go. Is it down?
imagine that?
Is it up a little bit more?
Is it? Ooh, I'll let
I'm
you
sorry,
scroll.
this way.
Huh?
Where'd it go? It was in here a
So
little
that's
bit.
a part of the funds that is allegedly being allocated from the federal infrastructure bill.
Yeah, that's the cost. The overall
Yeah.
cost, they're thinking that's going to be the tab, right?
Yes.
$2 billion. The state of Louisiana has already put aside some money. What they're hopeful more is now is to get some of the Fed money.
Yes.
It's a part of this new infrastructure deal if we can reach across the aisles and shake hands and make it work.
Right. That money is sitting right now waiting for Congress to vote on that. And of course, this is the overhaul infrastructure package that'll benefit states across the country. But for Louisiana specifically, the big talker here, Mississippi River Bridge and the I-10 Calcasieu River Bridge in Lake
Huge.
Charles. So the
Yes.
two main projects here that a lot of eyes have been on for decades now could finally see some work, some money, some funding, some projects actually being attention is being driven to it.
Yes, that bridge in Lake Charles. If you've been over this thing, it's
rickety.
sketchy at best. All right, so yeah, and
Yeah.
look, we've seen failures of bridges. We've seen failures, obviously, recently of buildings.
Yeah.
The need to get in there and inspect, the need to get in there and fix, the need to get in there and replace.
Yeah.
So that needs to happen, a fix of a current bridge. Baton Rouge has needed another bridge for decades, decades, and we keep going round and round with these studies and these conversations. So could it now finally be that time?
Yeah.
We'll see. A lot of it does hinge on maybe some potential money from the feds.
That's it. Chris Rosetto caught up with the governor yesterday talking about, well, a lot of this centers on, we'll know the exact cost when we figure out where to put the bridge. And obviously the governor working with local leaders to figure out that exact deal. But that $2 billion
$2 billion, that's the tab
set
right now they're thinking.
aside for this project that's estimated right now, but we'll see what that ends up coming out to.
And I think a lot of folks, when they hear, we got to also figure out where to put it. I've already talked with folks as well who immediately get rubbed the wrong way when they hear we've got to figure out where to go. How, and according, some of these folks that I've talked with are, how is this study, how has this not already been figured out? This is not a ton of growth in a lot of these areas.
Right.
How come this hasn't been done? Why are we going to be made to wait again and again and again, these studies? All right, this is a gigantic animal we're trying to take bites out of right now.
Huge.
It is. So, and I get that part of the argument. Why aren't some of these studies already being done? Where to go, what it would cost to buy up some of this land? I get all that. Let's see if we can get the funding first at this point.
Because once you secure that, you can actually move forward with those plans. Because
that.
all of that costs money.
It is. It's just a lot.
It is a lot. So we'll keep you updated on those conversations because it is a hefty conversation.
Speaking of plans, do you got any for the 4th of July?
Yeah, thinking about going to New Roads, the prettiest city on the water.
Come on,
So they're kicking off 4th of July earlier.
They are. They're doing tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow, yes.
Awesome.
They're calling it Quarantining Across America. Quarantining in America. Yeah.
Yep.
It
Coming off
is
the
a
pandemic.
freedom festival
look at
happening
this.
in the city of New Roads, and Callie was live there this morning, and they pulled out the stops for her.
They did.
Oh
They
my
always
gosh,
do.
yes.
New Roads is just one of those places.
Yes.
And so what you'll have is actually, they got a whole list of events. Friday's schedule is right there waiting for you. What's going to happen?
Michael Foster Project,
Dude,
fireworks.
anything with Michael Foster.
I'm telling you,
I'm
you've
in.
got to go.
I'm in.
Yes.
All the stuff on Saturday. So a list of scheduled events and all the fun stuff they're going to be doing. Plus, you just kind of get to go hang out along the river. Do
It
some
is
shopping.
pretty.
It's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Yes.
It's gorgeous. One of the opportunities.
That's it. Go support some small local makers. You might see Diane Deaton out there shopping.
Look, I mean, does she have like a second house out there now?
Oh, wow. We got to hit up Di, see what she's doing. Hang out with her on the river.
Hi,
Hey,
Di.
girl.
Put you on blast.
Yeah.
New Roads was and still is one of
Yes.
her favorite spots out there to do the shopping. And it's
Yes.
not even just it's not always about the antiques, which she loves. Some of the new stuff out there, as you mentioned, the makers really putting their own personality into some brand new stuff. And to be able to see that and have that mix.
You can't get that at like a big box store, you know?
No,
Yeah.
exactly. So all that
Enjoy
going on.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yes.
there we go.
Should we show off the sponsor?
Where'd it go?
Yeah.
Where'd it go?
I think it's closer to your end.
It was over here?
Ding. Look at
Oh my
that.
That's way too intense.
Let's
not do that.
It's Inception.
But look.
Again.
Hey, guys.
Y'all believe in what we do every morning.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wait, do they think you? Do they know it's us?
I don't know.
No, they
Don't
just
tell
don't-
them. Just
They just show
say
him Johnny
anything.
and like Jacques.
Probably. Or really Steve, the doctor. Everyone
just-
trusts the good doctor and says,
Well, yeah.
oh, he's a part of it? Sure.
Oh yeah, we'll be.
We're on board. Yeah. But thank you, Team Automotive Group, for sponsoring 9 News Now.
No, we didn't sign up for this. Give me Asian Nation.
Wait a minute, what?
Give me Jacques Talk.
Right.
But yeah, so we're very excited about that, which means we get to do this for a little bit longer right here on WAFB Plus.
That's it. You can catch us here every weekday, Monday through Friday, 9:15, to go over the brief headlines, everything you need to know about before you head out the door. Some good water cooler talk.
Oh, that's exactly what it is. We're just setting you up for the water cooler.
In 15 minutes.
Setting up the
Come on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Hit, gone.
That's it.
Speaking of, that's about that time then. 15 minutes. Look what you did. Get the clock in the head.
Unagi.
Isn't that freshwater eel?
It is. Or is it a way of being?
Maybe both.
If you watch Friends, you'll know exactly what we're talking
Exactly
about.
right. Such a good episode. Hopefully this was a good one for you.
Yes.
We're going to be back here tomorrow morning, obviously, from now until 9 News at noon in the big studio. You can always get updated at WAP.com and the 9 News app.
Come on, download everything and make sure you're prepared for the day ahead.
Download everything.
Everything.
Thanks for the sponsorship. Bye, y'all.